Yo guys, it's Vin. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to cure single eggs for steelhead and salmon fishing. They're perfect for tying spawn sacks, and we're going to be using today's sponsor, which is Procure Bait Scents. They sent me out a bunch of new merchandise and new cures that they have now hitting the market, so we're going to go right into it, guys. I'm going to show you everything you need to know on how to get that perfect single egg for steelhead and salmon fishing. Let's get it. Alright guys, so before we get into this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Procure Bait Scents for sponsoring this video and this channel. They sent me a pretty cool care package here with a bunch of their different products and some t-shirts and stuff. So we're going to be using these cures here to demonstrate the curing process. So looks like they sent me some Steely Pink cure, a little bit of Wizard Egg cure, and a bunch of different formulas that they've designed that really trigger these steelhead and salmon bites. So we're going to get right into this. Once again, big shout out to Procure Bait Scents for sponsoring this video and this channel. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so we're going to get right into this. The very first thing I like to do is make sure I have all my stuff laid out. I know exactly where everything is during my whole curing process. That way I'm not fumbling around the house looking for something last second. The very first thing I like to do is have a box of gloves. That way I can reduce the amount of human contact on these fish eggs. I want them to stay as natural as possible, and the only scent that I want on these eggs is the scent from our Procure Bait Scents here. So the next thing I like to have is some sandwich bags. That way if you're like me and like to have different colored cures, you can just simply separate them in those sandwich bags. Obviously the next thing would be to making sure you have all your cures set out on the table. That way, in case you want to mix and match, you have them right there readily accessible. And then lastly, you want some paper towel. That way you're not making a huge mess. And we have some fresh single eggs here that we're going to be curing up today. I'm going to show you how to cure them with two different cures. And we're going to be bagging some up for you guys today. So let's get right into this video, guys. Alright everyone, so we're going to get right into this egg curing process. And for those of you that are very new to this, I can quickly show you the directions that they have for their different methods for skein, for single eggs, and different brines. You can screenshot this and read it if you'd like, or else it'll be right on the Procure website. I'm a big fan of the natural color, especially when the coho are running. They love that natural presentation. The Steely Pink obviously is a big one for steelhead. I love this color here for the steelies in the fall time. And one that I have not used that Procure sent me is this Wizard Egg Cure. So I'm very curious to try this. This looks like it's natural glow. So I'm really excited to see how this compares to the OGs, the Steely Pink and the natural. Like I mentioned as well, they also have different cures or different attractants like the Slamola powder, the Monster Bite, and the garlic scent. And these I typically don't like to sprinkle on my eggs right off the rip. This is more or less like if the bite is slow, I usually carry some of this on me and I'll sprinkle some on some roll bags that I already have tied up. That way I don't get this scent or these additives on all of my eggs at once. So it's very simple, guys. To do the single eggs, obviously you just need to find yourself a hen that is loose, or a just a really nice hen or steelhead or salmon, whatever the fish may be, that is dropping her eggs just like this. If not, you can get a skein and you can scrape the loose eggs off of the skein. And as you can see here, there's a few dead eggs, but those can easily just be picked off. We're just going to get rid of this one little dead egg right here, just like that, and that can just go off to the side. We don't need that. So we're going to take a few eggs here for about, I don't know, I'd say maybe two dozen bags. Take a decent amount. We're going to be doing a couple different cures like I mentioned. So about that much, that'll tie me maybe 2 to 3 dozen little bags for steelhead. And we're going to be taking some of this cure now. Alright, and as I mentioned, you do not really need to use much of this at all. For that amount of eggs, I'm honestly just going to use about that much cure, maybe just a little bit less, And I'm gonna put that in the bag here with my single eggs, and I'm basically gonna toss that around just enough so that my eggs can be coated completely in this cure. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna develop juice over the next 45 minutes to an hour. You wanna make sure you keep shaking that because it's gonna draw that moisture out of the eggs. All of this deliciousness, all of this good stuff that the steelhead love will go back into those eggs, and then they're gonna be preserved, which in essence will last longer in the fridge, in the freezer, and you're gonna see quickly how much juice these eggs start to develop in the bag, just with that little sprinkle of egg cure. You can already see the juice developing there. And as they instruct, they want you to take this bag out of the fridge maybe every 10-15 minutes, and you're just gonna roll these little eggs around. And you're gonna do that for about an hour, and then after that, you're gonna have really nice single eggs that are gonna be ready to tie into bags and just slay a lot of fish. So you can already see how much juice has developed there, and that's basically getting drawn out of the steelhead eggs, and they're gonna suck it right back in with all that good stuff that the steelhead like. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and repeat that process. We're just gonna be curing these eggs up in the steely pink. I wanna show you how quickly those eggs will change color. So once again, I'm gonna put just enough eggs to maybe do 2 to 3 dozen spawn sacks. And really, when you're fishing spawn for steelhead, like 4 to 5 egg spawn sacks work perfect. So that is gonna be more than enough for 3 dozen eggs, for 3 dozen spawn bags. We're gonna put a little bit more in there, and we're gonna grab our steely pink cure now, and we're gonna go ahead and cure these up as well. All right, so I'm gonna take just a little bit of this pink cure, and I'm gonna drop that right on the eggs here. And like I mentioned already, a little bit goes a long way with this Pro Cure. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna shut this and we're gonna give them a good shake. And you're gonna see how quickly these eggs will change color. So now look at how nice and fluorescent pink these eggs have turned. Just from being in there for a few seconds, and compared to what they originally look like, this orange compared to now this pink. So it's gonna be the same thing with these eggs, guys. We're gonna let them cure for about an hour. We're gonna keep shaking them every 10 minutes or so. And then after that hour's up, I'll show you guys the end result of what these eggs look like. And I'll even tie some into a bag for you. We're also going to go ahead and try out this new cure, which is that wizard egg cure that they sent me out. Like I've mentioned, I've never actually used this one, so I'm very excited to see how it stands up to the original cures. So I got my eggs in here, and now we're going to take our wizard egg cure. Ooh, and that looks awesome. We got a little scoop here. We're gonna go ahead and coat our eggs nicely. Once again, we're gonna just rinse and repeat. We're gonna shake up these eggs as well. Alright, so we're going to let these wizard egg cure steelhead eggs sit as well. We're going to shake them every 10 minutes or so for about an hour, and then I'm going to show you the end result for these 3 cures. And once again, I will tie these up into a bag just to show you guys how nice and natural they look at the end of this process here. Alright guys, so it's been a little bit over an hour now, and I have my eggs here, and I took about a scoop and a half out of each bag and laid them out on a paper towel here as I normally would. If I was going to tie up all these bags right now, I would have taken all of these eggs out, for example, and laid them all out on a thin piece of paper towel. And the only reason I do this is just to get the excess moisture out of those eggs, because I do like a neat bag. I don't like it getting all messy and stuff when I'm trying to tie bags. So right here I have just that natural egg that I used for the cure. I have the wizard cure right up here on the top, and then the steely pink. And what I'm going to do next is the final step, and I'm going to show you guys how to put these in to a small little roll bag or a spawn sack, and then you're going to be ready to hit the water. Alright, so then you're going to go to any tackle shop and buy yourself some square netting here, some mesh. This is what you're going to be using to tie that spawn sack. And I'm going to grab a small scoop here of eggs. And these are just the natural eggs here, and like I said, I think I've got about 6 to 8 eggs here, and that is perfect enough for a small steelhead spawn bag. And I got that there, and what you're going to do is you're going to pinch, you're going to go by corners. So I'm going to take the top right and bottom left corners here, and I'm going to pinch that up, and then I'm going to do the same thing once I have that. I'm going to almost like you're grabbing the eggs here, and you're going to ball that up and pull the other 2 corners, and you're more or less going to have that motion there. And then all you're going to do, I like to give it a little bit of a twist just to kind of tighten that spawn sack up, just like that. And then we're going to take our magic thread, so this magic thread is really nice. There's no knots or anything involved. All you're going to do is wrap around the spawn sack about 4 times, pull a little bit tight, and do another 4 wraps, pull a little tight, and then about 2 wraps, and then you're going to pull off and snap it. So then you're left with this perfect spawn sack. Then you'll take your pair of scissors, and then you're left with a really nice looking spawn sack ready to hit the water and catch all kinds of fish. Alright everyone, so that is the entire curing process from start to finish. As I mentioned earlier, I did use ProCure egg cures here, and I tried the wizard cure, the steely pink, and the natural. I didn't put any additives on my eggs, as I mentioned, but whenever the bite is tough and you need to entice those steelhead or salmon, you can sprinkle a little bit of that on your eggs, and that will definitely help as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Once again, make sure you check out ProCure for all your egg curing needs. Make sure to subscribe, guys. Give the video a thumbs up if this is something that helped you. Let me know how you guys do down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. GoPro, stop recording. Alright everyone, and that brings us to the end of the video. I showed you the whole process, how to start with those single eggs, cure them up, and then even tying them into a small spawn sack, which is perfect for steelhead. You can always make bigger bags. Sometimes I'll even make up to quarter-size bags for big kings. These work great. I have used this cure for many years, and I've caught a lot of fish on it. So once again, big shout out to ProCure for sponsoring today's video. I definitely stand by this company a lot. They do great, guys. Their cures really seem to work. So check it out. Make sure you let them know Vince sent you, and let me know, guys, down in the comment sections below if you have used this cure, and let me know if this video helped you guys out. So give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, everyone, and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.